Assalamualaikum to the invitees and participants. Our opening ceremony will begin shortly. Kindly ensure that your microphone is in mute and the camera is switched on during this session. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Greetings to Yang Berusaha TS Dr. Azrin Hani binti Abdul Rashid, Deputy Dean, Research, Development and Publication, Faculty of Engineering Teknologi, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Yang bahagia, I are Dr. Maranatha Wijayaingtyas, Lecturer of Institut Teknologi Nasional Malang, Indonesia. Yang Berusaha TS Dr. Kamarul Aini binti Muhammad Sari, Head of Department of Civil Engineering Technology, Faculty of Engineering Technology, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Yang Berusaha Dr. Mimi Suliza binti Muhammad, Director ICIW at Faculty of Engineering Technology 2023. University officials, industry representatives, and all respected audiences. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat datang. Welcome to the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023. Let us extend our gratitude and thankful to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because with His blessings, we are able to gather in this meaningful event. Again, I would like to warmly welcome all distinguished guests and participants to the opening ceremony of International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023. My name is Muhammad Amin Izwan bin Muhammad Shukri, and I will be your MC for today on this virtual platform. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to call upon Mr. Ahmad Shahizan Azrai bin Mat Nafis to recite the doa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. O Allah, you are the one who belongs to the kingdom of the heaven and the earth and all between them. O Allah, we rise our grateful on your acceptance and permission for us to participate here for 4 days in this International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023 program. We also be grateful and bow down to you on your permission for us with our soul, emotion and spirit to attend this event till it finishes successfully. O Allah, who belongs all the phrases, give us fluent oral and lingual insight in your name, concentrated heart to be grateful on your gift, on body that easy and light to worship you. O Muzila Rahmah wa ya Fatihal Barakat, we ask for your forgiveness and spread your blessing onto us, our parents, families and children, teachers, students, and all our friends. O Allah, Qadi al-Hajat, in this moment we raise our hands of the slave that ask from the Almighty Lord, full with hopes. Verily, we are stained and blackened with sins, so forgive our sins. Verily, we are weak and alone, so strong us and Islam in all our deeds. Verily, we have limits in our passion, so give us the nikmah and reward of patience, like the patience of the Ulul Azmi Prophet. Verily, we tend to be selfish and think only for our own goods. So teach us and our heart to give priority to our brothers as how your Prophet Muhammad teaches all the Sahabah to do so. Verily, our hearts are not strong and not united. So make our heart united and give us space and time for us to spread the kind deeds and stop the evil deeds. Amar ma'ruf nahi munkar. Ya zal jalali wal ikram. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad Shahizan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome yang berusaha T.S. Dr. Azrin Hani binti Abdul Rashid, Deputy Dean, Research, Development and Publication, Faculty of Engineering Technology, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, to give the welcome speech for ICIW 2023. Please welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, Saudara Amir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berusaha, Insinyur Dr. Maranatha Wijayaingtyas, Lecturer of the Institut Teknologi Nasional Malang, Indonesia. Yang berusaha, Teknologis Dr. Kamarul Aini binti Muhammad Sari, Head of Department of Civil Engineering Technology, FTK UTHM. Yang berusaha, Dr. Mimi Suliza binti Muhammad, Director ICIW at FTK 2023, Senior University officials, industry representative, and all respected audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Alhamdulillah, I am grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because of His generosity and grace. We are able to gather here today for the online opening ceremony of the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023. Dear distinguished guests, speakers, industry friends from Malaysia and abroad, students and all participants here, selamat datang. Although we are not able to meet face-to-face, syukur Alhamdulillah, we can still meet and engage in this intellectual discourse of ICIW at FTK 2023 on this virtual platform. Well done to the Department of Civil Engineering Technology, JTKA FTK, organizing team. First of all, on behalf of the Faculty of Engineering Technology and the entire staff of University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, I would like to congratulate and thank you for attending this opening ceremony of the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023, organized and hosted by the faculty. The theme for this year's ICIW is Towards Sustainable Engineering and Technology, which hints as an exciting assembly of speakers who will be sharing their invaluable expertise and experience. The construction industry needs to adopt more sustainable practices, but professionals often lack the expertise and resources to make it happen. The construction industry, by its very nature, is a big user of natural resources, but with growing concerns over climate change and the finite nature of these resources, there is increasing pressure on construction firms to reduce their environmental impact. The construction industry must help to build a world that will improve the lives of future generations and use eco-friendly methods. Therefore, every key player in this field needs to play their role to achieve the goals. Nonetheless, the construction industry has shown remarkable resilience and determination to reduce the industry impact on the environment for the present and the future. In line with the theme of ICIW this time, I call on all attendees to join us in embracing sustainable construction best practices through industry and academic collaboration. As such, I would like to express my deepest appreciations and thanks to the industry who are here today to share their knowledge and experiences with the students, nurturing them as the future generations of civil engineering technologists. Congratulations also to the Department of Civil Engineering Technology, JTKA, Faculty of Engineering Technology, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia, for taking the initiative to organize this event for the third year consecutively. This is indeed in line with the aspirations of the faculty and university to provide students with a significant amount of industrial exposure during their period of study at UTHM. Very well done, everyone. ICIW at FTK 2023 offers a total of 8 slots by industrial practitioners from all walks of the industry, from Malaysia as well as abroad. Note that each slot is closely related to the students' academic curriculum here at the faculty, giving them a direct bridging between what they learned in the classroom and reality out there in the industry. There is also evidence of the faculty and university's commitment to work closely with the industry in strengthening our programs, stimulating our research, as well as developing a keen sense of industrial needs and expectations among our students. Before concluding my speech, once again, I would like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation and sincere gratitude to all parties involved in making the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023 a reality. Congratulations also to all committee members who have worked so hard to make this event a success. Finally, I hope this program will run smoothly, and I urge to all students to embrace the opportunity to learn as much as you can. Ask questions, in fact, ask many questions, for you are here to learn from the very best from the industry. With Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I inaugurate ICIW at FTK 2023. Thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the welcome speech just now. Esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, next, let us all welcome our honorable guest. Yang berbahagia, IR Dr. Maranatha Wijayaingtyas, Lecturer of Institut Teknologi Nasional Malang, Indonesia, to deliver her talk entitled The Challenges of Implementing Green Construction Management in the Industrial Revolution Era 5.0. And also welcome Associate Professor DS Dr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Abdul Rahman as the moderator for these sessions. Please welcome for both.
Okay, thank you, MC. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to International Construction Industry Week, ICIW at FTK 2023 towards Sustainable Engineering and Technology. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker for opening remarks. We have the privilege of being in the presence of an extraordinary individual whose expertise and accomplishment have made a significant impact in her field. Our keynote speaker is renowned for her profound knowledge, innovative thinking, and remarkable contributions to project management, real estate, architecture, and professional engineering program. With an illustrious career spanning for decades of years, she has established herself as a thought leader, influencer, and trailblazer in many specific areas of expertise. Throughout her career, our speaker has achieved numerous milestones and received accolades that highlight her exceptional abilities. She has won many notable achievements, awards, and recognition, which truly speaks volume about her dedication and expertise. Aside from her professional achievements, our speaker is also known for her exceptional ability to captivate and inspire audience. She possesses a rare talent for delivering engaging and thought-provoking speeches that resonate with individuals from all backgrounds. Today, our esteemed speaker will be sharing her insight on the challenges of implementing green construction management in the Industrial Revolution Era 5.0. Her extensive knowledge and unique perspective on this subject will undoubtedly provide us with invaluable insights, inspire us to think differently, and challenge our existing paradigms. Without further ado, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, IR Dr. Maranatha Wijayaingtyas from Institut Teknologi Nasional Malang, Indonesia. Let us embrace this incredible opportunity to learn from her wisdom, engage in meaningful discussions, and uncover new possibilities that lie ahead. Those who want to ask questions, please write your question in the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a resounding round of applause as we welcome our distinguished keynote speaker live on our screen for ICIW at FTK 2023 opening remarks. Please welcome Dr. IR Maranatha.
To the Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Engineering Technology, University Tun Hasan on Malaysia, who have invited me to join event ICIW International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023. Associate Professor Dr. Jumadi bin Abdul Sukor, also the Deputy Dean, Dr. Isnin. Thank you for inviting me. Okay, and we respect all to the speakers of the ICIW series of the activities who have been joining this Zoom now, and also respect to UTHM faculty, the officials, the lecturers, students, and professional in the construction industry in Malaysia, also both in Indonesia and abroad. Okay, let's get to give thanks to the God Almighty, because only by His grace we are given health and can attend the series of the International Construction Industry Week 2023. And once again, thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me to share my expertise and knowledge within this event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to all the participants, the guests, and the attendees. Thank you for the Dr. Ashraf to be my moderator. And my topic here within green construction management. Okay, and okay, next. My title, this opening remarks has been said with Dr. Ashraf, and the challenges of implementing green construction management in the Industrial Revolution era 5.0. Okay, the content of my slides. The first is we will review about the sustainability issues. Sustainability involves environmental, economic, and social issues that transcend organizational boundaries, and it is significantly relevant to the organization's operations. The second step, next is the green building, advancing net zero, because now the word green building councils globally advocates for halving emissions of the building and construction sector by 2030 and the total decarbonization of the sector by 2050. And we're going to the green construction management topic, including planning and executing the construction process to minimize the negative impact of the construction process on the environment. Then we talk about the challenges and also the strategy to mitigating and enhancing the green construction management within the Industrial Revolution era 5.0, and the last is conclusion. Next, if we talk about the sustainability, I believe that all the participants know about this topic, this issue, have been 3 decades. We talk about this. Sustainability consists of fulfilling the needs of current generations without the compromising the needs for the future generation. Okay, while ensuring a balance between the economic growth, the environmental care, and also the social well-being. The term of sustainability is broadly used to indicate these programs. Also, the initiative and actions aim at the preservation of the particular resources. For the example, the sustainability scopes, including how you modify the production processes to emit less waste or emissions, including in construction process. The second, like use non-toxic or less toxic substances, and also could be implement the conservation techniques like use less energy and use less water at your facility. The next is like reuse materials such as production scraps or shop towels rather than putting them into the waste streams, and also the reduced packets. With the Sustainable Development Goals from the World Green Building Council, the 2030 Agenda for the Sustainable Development, adopted by all the United Nations member states in 2015, they provide a shared blueprint for peace and also the prosperity for the people and planet, and from now and into the future. And they have been decided that there are 70 Sustainable Development Goals, we call it SDGs, which are an urgent call for action by all countries, even both developed and also developing countries in a global partnerships. And they recognize that ending poverty and other deprivation must go hand in hand with strategies that improve health and education, reduce inequality, and spur economic growth, all while tackling climate change and working to preserve our ocean and forests. Okay, next. And now in 2023, yeah, this is the picture from the 2023 reports, not yet for the 2023. We now halfway to 2030, and within Stockholm conference at this is 5 decades before, and also from the UNEP 50 years before, and Rio also the 30 years before. The 2030 Global Sustainable Development Report will be launched as the world approaches the halfway point of the 2030 agenda and struggles to rebuild in the aftermath or in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic now. And in this context, practical solutions that can accelerate progress of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, 70 point will be urgently needed. So the 2022 report will be built on the 2022 report, providing evidence that can help the decision makers, also the construction stakeholders, to accelerate action and overcome impediments that stand in the way of progress on sustainable development. So the focus will be on accelerating transformation through important entry points and enabling science to support this acceleration. And next, from the Sustainable Development Goals, we have the points, several points, okay, 9 points within that we can achieve that from the green building, okay? And the green building is a key area when considering environmental sustainability, the sustainable construction. Because this sustainable construction is an approach widely sought by governments and environmentalists and other stakeholders group who recognize its benefit for further exploration and study. These buildings, green buildings, and also the infrastructure are the key for the development of any city, region, or country to support to achieve the sustainable development goals. And due to massive resource and energy consumption, the sustainability and green performance are often criticized. So in the past decade, with the introduction of the green concept, there has been a plethora of research on facilitating the sustainable benefits in this green building. And next, yeah, this is there are 9 points from the Sustainable Development Goals, including the goals number 3, good health and well-being. Number 9, and industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Also the affordable and clean energy, design work and economic growth, sustainable cities and communities. Also the responsible consumption and production, including the climate action, life on land, and the last is partnership for the goals. So these 9 goals have been provided by the green buildings to achieve the sustainable development goals. Okay, this is only the review and the connection how we can between the green building and next between the green construction, also to support the sustainable development goals achievement in 2030, also in 2050. Next. Okay, this is the achieving goals from the Green Building Council, the World Green Building Council, that we have the same goals since the Paris Agenda, that we want to advancing net zero. Yeah, advancing net zero is the World GBC's Global Climate Action Program, and working toward the total sector decarbonization by 2050. Working with the Green Building Council across the network to develop tools, programs, and also resources to promote the urgency and achievability of net zero carbon buildings and build industry capacity to deliver them. Together, hopefully we can have emissions by 2030, and in the process, we can create a healthier and more equitable and resilient built environment for everyone and everywhere. Okay, from this slide, hopefully by 2030, the all new buildings, including infrastructure and renovation, will have at least 40% less embodied carbon with a significant upward carbon reduction. Hopefully all new buildings must be net zero operational carbon. And by 2050, all new buildings, infrastructure, and renovations will have net zero embodied carbon. All buildings, including existing buildings, must be net zero operational carbons. This is the agenda from the World Green Building Council, and hopefully all the industry that have the relation with the building, like the construction management, the project management, the construction industry supported this agenda, these goals. So this is initial objective of a new building operating at net zero carbon by 2030. Advancing net zero emission is a journey and an integral part of the wider systemic shift toward a more sustainable built environment. Okay, in the next, and how we can achieving the net zero carbon. And there are 7 points from the World Green Building Council. The first is reducing virgin material demands, and the second is reducing fossil energy demands. The third, to repurposing existing buildings and materials. And The fourth is reducing the need for material replacement during building life cycle by choosing longer lasting products. And the fifth is designing for adaptability, deconstruction, and reuse, making your materials and building reusable. And the next, replacing fossil energy elsewhere. And the last is sequestering or biogenic carbon. Okay, this means the net zero carbon, the have a project life cycle from the green building of a gas emission from all sources should total zero, hopefully in 2050. This is the point we can develop together. Okay, and next, what the connection with the green building? Green building, often the past 5 years, green building and sustainable construction practices have gained significant traction around the world. And now we know that this growth is only expected to continue as more and more we are the homeowners and also the developers or also the professional in construction industry alike are looking to green building practices as a way to reduce the environmental impact. There are a number of reasons for this shift. For one, green building tends to be more energy efficient than traditional buildings. Yeah, and the first point, energy efficiency. Because from this building, green building, which save money on utilities over time. They also tend to have better indoor air quality, which is important for both occupant with health and comfort. Additionally, green buildings often incorporate sustainable materials that can reduce the overall carbon footprint on the projects. Okay. Hopefully, green buildings are designed to be as energy efficient as possible. This means using materials and systems that minimize energy consumption and maximizing the use of natural light and ventilator. Okay. Next, the second point, hopefully net zero construction we can achieve from the green building is a water conservation, because sustainable buildings typically incorporate with water conserving features and also the system to reduce water usage. The next, we can use the sustainable materials. Yeah, green building use these sustainable materials. Yeah, many green buildings using like bamboo, recycled glass, and low VOC paints. Also the finishing, all the materials pro-environmental, and these materials help reduce the environmental impact of the project, the building, and can also improve the indoor air quality. Within indoor air quality, green buildings are designed to maintain the good indoor air quality through the use of sustainable sources, low waste materials, and recycled ventilation system. So in some cases, a net zero carbon building may even produce more energy that it consumes, and making it truly carbon neutral. These types of buildings, we call it green buildings, are often referred to as a zero energy or passive buildings, while the concept of net zero carbon construction is still relatively new. Yeah, we call in this decade we just know about green building, and we can reduce the building environmental impact. But next, hopefully we can achieve what we call net zero carbon building or net zero carbon construction. It's gaining a popularity, and more people become aware about this condition. Then within green building, we have practices and sustainable net zero. We can understand that basic, we can make this building a more green and more net zero carbon. Okay, hopefully. Next. Yeah. Okay. The next, after we talk about the green building, we have the connection. If we want to construct the green building, so we call it about the green construction. Yeah. Hopefully, the green construction can support the green building achieve a goal to net zero construction. We have the three benefit of green construction. We know that the construction industry is one of the most important sectors in the terms of its impact to the environment. This construction, this building is responsible for a significant portion of a global greenhouse gas emission, as well as a large share of the world's waste. So the shift to the green building practices and sustainable development is therefore essential in order to protect our planet resources. Okay, there are three benefits to adopting net zero construction practices. The first is reduce emission. Yeah, there's a growing awareness to the need of the reduced emission from buildings. And net zero construction is a one way to achieve this green building, yeah, these buildings. So net zero construction is a term used to describe construction that results in no net release of greenhouse gases over the life cycle of the building. This can be achieved through a variety of means, including using green buildings materials, renewable energy in our building, and we have the goal to efficient our energy. This building or this construction within green construction practices can help to reduce about the build and operational cost of the buildings. With these practices, for example, we can help to improve buildings' energy efficiency, resulting in lower energy bills. And this construction can also help to reduce the water consumption and waste generation, which can lead to the lower utility bills. Okay. The next, what is the benefit to adopting net zero construction? The second, reduce construction and operational costs. Yeah, there are many benefits to designing and constructing net zero energy buildings. For one, it can significantly reduce a building's energy costs over time. Yeah, in fact, many studies have research have shown that net zero energy buildings can save up to 20% of energy costs compared to the conventional or the traditional buildings. And not only does this mean the lower energy bills for the building owners, but it also reduces the strain on the grid as a whole. Yeah, this is especially important as more and more people are moving into cities and demand for the power increases. And in addition to reducing energy costs within net zero energy buildings also have a smaller environmental footprint than conventional or traditional buildings. This is because they rely less on the fossil fuels and produce less greenhouse gas emissions. Overall, the net zero energy buildings are a win-win solution for the building owners, and also for the environment. Another benefit of net zero construction is that it can help to reduce the cost on the building construction projects. Sustainable construction, like the next topic, the next slide, we can talk about the green construction management. The sustainable construction practices often make use of recycled materials and green technologies that can save money in the long run. And also, the net zero buildings tend to have the we call it the lower operating costs due to the high energy efficiency. So this can help to offset the initial investment required by sustainable construction methods. Okay. The next benefit of the green construction benefit, the third, is a positive long-term for the community impact. The sustainable construction practices can help to improve the indoor quality, air quality, then which can lead to a better health outcomes and reduce the healthcare costs. So finally, sustainable construction practices can help to create a more comfortable and productive working environment. Okay. Yeah, finally, sustainable construction practices can help to create a more comfortable and productive working environment, which can lead to increase the productivity, also the what we call decrease absenteeism. In sum, the green construction practices offer a wide range of potential benefits that can help reduce the build and operational cost of a building. Lastly, these green construction practices can have the positive impact for the local communities, and hopefully the net zero buildings from this green construction often incorporate the green space and other features that can improve the quality of life for the residents. And in addition, this green construction projects also can create jobs and generate economic activity in areas where they are located. Yeah. And the next slide. Yeah. We talk now about the green construction management. The green construction is the basic goals of the sustainability for the construction industry. We can improve the adoption of sustainable building processes. The view that project management teams could enhance and promote the sustainable building processes, since they are recognized as a key actors in the construction industry who ensure that projects' objectives are met and delivered successfully. There are 4 points in this green construction management. The advantages, the first is reducing energy consumption. The next is safeguarding the ecosystem, enhancing the health of occupiers, and also improving the productivity. This is related with the slides before, that a green building have goals to be in the net zero construction. So how do we achieve the green construction, the green building? We have much doing with the green construction management. Okay. And the next, what are the challenges encounter with how we can build the green with green construction management? Yeah, several studies have been conducted to improve the understanding. Next slide, please. Yes, have been conducted and improve the understanding and need to explore and the benefits of the green building processes for the construction industry of developing countries. Yeah, for examples, we understanding that the green certification and its implementation in green construction industry. Also, the appreciating the key drivers of environmental sustainability and construction, also the adopting green building technologies in building. There are also many studies have also conducted to broaden the knowledge based on to the construction industry or within sustainable practices, such as considering the barriers of the environmental sustainability, how implementing green certification process in buildings, and for the example, like understanding how the organization could perform in sustainable-led construction projects. However, irrespective of the existing studies, within the empirical evidence of the understanding of the green project management or also the green construction management teams, readiness in enhancing the green construction management. So there are the challenges that we want to encounter by project management teams in managing green construction processes. And also within this slide, this presentation, I provide the strategies how the green construction management can be adopted to solve the challenging factors to green construction processes. The next slide. Yeah. Okay. Now we talk about the challenges in construction industry. We call it maybe the barriers or on the inhabitant about how we can achieve the green construction in construction industry. Many studies have recently studied about the construction industry, and there are also the many challenges are driving to this within this construction industry to adopt the advancing technologies. Yeah, there are many construction companies have been faced time constraints about also the safety concerns about the construction, also the workforce issues, in addition to other difficulties, which include the legal issues, government regulation, and environmental concerns. This construction industry is also highly competitive now, and the companies must strive to continuously improve the productivity to remain competitive. And the recently growing emphasis has been placed on the social and within environmental issues. And now projects are often involve stakeholders with special expertise in a specific technology located in different geographical location and position. So what are the biggest problems facing the construction industry? Now today, some of the other common obstacles to construction collaboration, including the following. The first is challenges of green constructions. As I talked before in slides before my presentation, we talk about the sustainable development goals, and we talk about how to achieve the green buildings goals to support the sustainable development goals. So it comes the the biggest problems facing by the construction industry now. Yeah, challenges of green construction. The adapting to change can be one of the most challenging things for people. Yeah, adapting to change. People sometimes struggling to change. There is no doubt about it. So creating a more sustainable future comes with obstacles and also the challenges. Like this, building sustainable begins long before the contractors arrive on the job sites. And every decision should be made in line with sustainable practices from the beginning to the end, from the design and construction stage to ongoing maintenance. In this topic, we talk later about the challenges of green construction. Okay, the next, the challenges in construction industry, beside the green construction, also the transforming of the construction challenge. Yeah, over the past 4 years, as we know, we enter within the situation globally, a pandemic. It has been a range of innovation have been piloted and tested under what we call the transforming construction challenge, digital and data-driven processes, platform system, the manufacturing methods, robotic technology, and active energy solution are just a few of the new approaches being explored. This will provide faster, cheaper, also greener and more efficient, high quality assets that at a lifetime value and meet the current and the future demands of the clients and the market. As part of the construction sector deals, the transforming construction challenges aims to accelerate this transition from the traditional construction techniques to manufacturing and digital processes. The challenge was designed with the following objectives in mind: that within the transforming construction challenge, we can 50% faster project delivery, and we can 33% reduction in overall cost, and we can achieve the 50% reduced lifetime emissions and 15% of productivity increase. This is the biggest challenge in embracing the digital technologies to provide assurance, efficiency, and the performance feedback. Okay, the next challenge in construction industry now is emerging technologies. Yeah, there has been an increase in digital disruption in almost every industry in recent years. Yet the construction industry has been one of the last to adapt, despite being one of the faster growing industry in the world. Yeah, and a key benefit of the technologies is that they can help solve these challenges within the construction industry, such as like productivity, safety and training, labor shortages, and collaboration. Okay, and these technologies have the potential to improve the lives of industry workers, but they also the question of whether they pose a threat to their jobs in the future. It was forecast within several studies that the value of the global construction industry would reach around 12.7 trillion US dollar by the year 2022, up from 10.6 US dollar trillion in 2017. However, it must be noted that because of lack of digitization in the industry in the last 2 decades, yeah, productivity has only increased by only 10%. The 4 challenges at technology adoption in the construction industry. related with the second challenges, the transforming construction challenge. Technology adoption in the construction industry is always challenging for people who always done these things a certain way. It's common for construction workers to become involved in the profession due to their enjoyment of working with their hands. Additionally, they usually prefer to stick to struggling doing this technology adoption with different with they doing the traditional construction methods. Because of this, the companies may have trouble introducing new technology, and the effect technology adoption is hindered by working resistance. And now a construction dive survey found that 61% of construction cited this as a top obstacles. The worker not prevent not doing the updation to technology. Okay, the next challenges, the fifth challenges is project governance. To coordinate and safeguard exchanges between various stakeholders in a project, governance mechanism such as a standardized work practices to monitoring and reporting are really used. The project governance defines, documents, and communicates reproducible and trustworthy project practices to effectively control the project. However, control alone cannot coordinate work in a complex inter-organizational networks like industrial engineering projects. We should creating trust among the multiple stakeholders is essential to achieving a set of tasks in a short amount of time. Okay, this is the 5 challenges about the construction industry now. And next, we talk about what are the challenges of doing the green construction management. Green buildings often require much more complicated construction processes and methods in comparison with the conventional or the traditional buildings. Therefore, the technical difficulties experienced during the construction management are consistently considered as one of the primary challenges in how we can achieve the green building projects. Okay, the first challenges in the green construction management is lack of legal regulations and technical codes, standards, guidelines on green construction. We have doing the research about this in Indonesia, and we have also the results indicate the top 5 challenges facing the contractor. Facing the contractor. See this is the challenges from the contractor's views. The second, after the lack of legal regulation and the technical codes, the second is more difficult to only establish a competent, integrated, multidisciplinary green project team. And the next is more difficult for comprehending the green specifications and the difficulty in the selection of the competent subcontractors in providing green building services. And the last is a shortage of reliable green building methods, material, technologies, and equipments in the market. This is 5 the challenges that face with the contractors. Okay, within this presentation, I've present within the side from beside the contractor, also from the other developer, also the other stakeholders. Okay, the next slide. Okay. This is still from the contractor views. There are challenges from the how to practice about the green construction management. And the first is about the competency, technology maturity. The next is cost, time, and safety. The last is documentation. Okay, the competency within the planning activities, difficulties in quality management and green specification about the competency, the green, and about the design, construction, good methods, and so on. Okay, about the technology maturity within the establish of the professional team, the lack of the worker skills, how can produce the good plan of the financial resources and also the appropriate resources. Within the cost, time, and safety, lack in a guidelines for the green construction and how can arrange the cost estimation, and also the unforeseen the circumstances, and we space in the project, also the preparing construction documents. And from the documentation, we have lack in the government policies unclear, shortage of reliable green technologies, materials, also the tools and awareness of team or user or workers. Okay, next. For the stakeholders view, the green construction management in this slide, stakeholders in this presentation, these holders within the architect, also the consultants, also the what we call the subcontractors within this within the construction projects doing with the green building. Yeah. They thought that the first challenges in implement the green construction management because there are inadequate training on and education to help the project management teams to select the proper designs and construction materials which will ensure the sustainability and circularity of the materials at end of life. The second, there are unfamiliarity toward the green construction technologies because there are the inability of the green construction management teams to understand how these new technologies and tools such as the building information modeling, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and virtual reality operate can hinder their ability to the green construction performance. And the next, they have talked about the higher initial cost to perform the green construction within this construction management, because the sustainability is a concept that requires a long time view to appreciate its cost benefit, where consideration must be given to the initial cost and the ongoing cost of the projects. In the long term, the cost benefit of green construction can be realized, but the initial capital outlay in green construction buildings is high regardless of the substantial buildings processes adopted. So this is the challenges, three challenges faced by the stakeholders in conclusion. Yeah. And the next, what about the challenges in green construction management from the developer in construction industry views? There are 6 challenges. The first is financial constraints. Yeah, the developer are concerning about the financial issues. This can be explained by the high initial cost in green development, and they worry, developer worry about the break-even point of the project will be very late and affect the profits that they can earn. Yes, developers say that financial matter is always organization priority. Yeah, the profit matters and so on. Yeah, besides the developer company also the second have a low level of knowledge. Yeah, also they are lacking of knowledge about the green construction. They have no knowledge about the green construction management, and also they worker or contractor or some subcontractor prefer to doing with the conventional or traditional construction method. This made them cannot make the changes to implement the green development to solve the problem of the environmental issues. The developers have the lacking of knowledge in green will should affect the implementation of the green concept in building. And the next is attitude and market. Yeah, attitude and market are also the barrier to the developers to develop green construction. They do not even know that there is a regulation and standard to enforce them to implement green construction. Yeah, the next is about the regulation and governance. Mostly developers in Indonesia, because I'm doing research in Indonesia, they do not even know about the regulation and standard to enforce how to implement the green construction. This reflected that there are some of the people do not care about the trend happens surrounding and cannot keep up the pace of the time, as they are disinterested, not interested with the new things or the new technology that is current the trend. And the next is time consuming. Yeah. And also the insufficient guidelines. The developer mentioned that time consuming factors, which is exactly the same as other stakeholders, maybe that time consuming also one of the issues that they concern about. Developers have an opinion that development of green building or green construction will spend a lot of time, and they do not wish to spend too much of time in project, as this will affect their achieve the profits for their business. And design, which can cover the green concept, is complicated. They said like that, and this need hooks time and many time and effort and many efforts to produce the splendid outcome. They also that the processes to get the approval on design about the green construction and to achieve the construction states are too long. And if there is a mistake in the process, they probably need lots of time to figure out the solution and waiting for the approval again and again. So therefore, prefer to doing conventional method rather than sustainable method or green construction, due to depend on them. The conventional method can save more time than the green method. And also they know about the insufficient guidelines, how to tackle, how to build the processes within the green construction management and to build and to develop their land. This is the six the challenges in green construction management within the developer views. And the next, we have been talk about the challenges within the contractor views, within the stakeholders, other stakeholders, engineer, consultant, the professional, the subcontractor, the suppliers, and also the developers. And now we talk about the strategies to enhancing the green construction management. Okay. The strategies, I concluded with 3 strategies to enhancing the green construction management. The first is educating the stakeholders on the future benefits of green buildings. Yeah. From the slides before, most of the contractors or the stakeholders and developers say that education or training is the first things or the first lacking or barriers. So hopefully the first strategy is educating stakeholders within the information workshop training about the green construction management and how to achieve about it. Okay, the second is engaging personnel. I mean, this personnel not include only the workers, but the all the professionals and who will join the construction projects or join the green construction. Hopefully, they have green building background or have the competencies about the green construction. They know about the guidelines. They know about the regulations from the government, from the Green Building Council, and so on. So, engaging with this personnel hopefully can enhance the green construction and management in the future. And number 3 is the setting sustainable priorities and goals early in feasibility study. Okay, conclusion from the many challenges faced with the how to develop the green construction management is to setting the priorities about the green since the first step of the life cycle of the project life cycles, like in feasibility study or like in design steps or planning steps. So hopefully all the stakeholders know that this building or these projects have the goals to achieve the green and sustainable goals. Okay, before I conclude all the presentation, I give the information about the overcoming barriers. How can we to renovating the net zero? Because now, as the industry, all the industry, not only the construction industry, begins to adopt a whole life carbon approach to decarbonizing the built environment. It is increasingly clear that renovation and also the retrofitting of the existing assets must play a critical role in this transformation. I'm back to the second slides about sustainable development goals and how about the World Green Building Council achieving to advancing the net zero in 2050. So hopefully all the construction industry professional and all the stakeholders have the goals to build the project in construction become the net zero building. How we can achieve this? The barriers we can overcome these barriers. The first is by retrofitting and by renovation and retrofitting. Because the issues with to reduce or avoid embodied carbon is to prevent it being incurred in the first place. Okay, all the sector must prioritize this renovation or retrofitting that allows for the reuse of existing buildings, extending the life cycle and minimizing the embodied carbon incurred or compared to new development. Yeah, where reuse is not possible, then all stakeholders involved in a new development should reduce and optimize. This means applying whole life cycle thinking and evaluating its design and also construction choice using a whole life cycle approach to minimize the impact and upfront embodied carbon, including embodied carbon at later life cycle stages, such as refurbishment and maintenance. And hopefully, by implementing this approach, renovating and retrofitting, we will give the best chance of staying on track to at 1.5 Celsius degree scenario and within allocated carbon budget. So with this presentation, I suggest to all the construction industry in Indonesia or Malaysia and also the other countries to support the overcoming the barriers and support the advancing the net zero about the green building. We not only to develop a new land or new development, but we can also to renovate and retrofit and the building have achieved to be the sustainable building. And the last conclusion, okay, we talk about the first sustainable development goals, and we talk about the challenges in construction industry now. We need construction management. Yeah, there are many challenges to pursue to achieve the development goals and more sustainable. And the conclusion, there are challenges in planning, in organization and control and green supply chains. How we can enhance and tackling these challenges by strategy, mitigating these challenges with education and increase the awareness or for all the stakeholders, for all the professional and green construction management. And we must setting priorities and goals in earlier steps of the life cycle of the projects. And hopefully we can achieve the net zero buildings and we can all together make the better life, the better planet, the better place for our future generations. Okay, thank you for me. This is the last slide for me to present about the green construction management and the challenges and strategy. If you have any question, you can chat in the chat box. For the next, I give back to the moderator now your time. Thank you.
Thank you, IR Dr. Maranatha, for the opening remarks just now. Okay, and I'm sure the audience will get something from your sharing on the challenges of implementing green construction management in the Industrial Revolution era 5.0. And I also believe that our audience has questions that they want to ask. So I open to audience to ask a question. Okay, you can unmute your microphone and directly ask Dr. Mara if you have questions. Okay, if no question from the audience, okay, let me ask Dr. Mara some question lah. Can Dr. Mara?
Yes, you can, Dr.
Okay.
Asraf. Thank you.
Okay, if we look back to previous IR or Industrial Revolution, start from IR 1.0, we have steam power, then we move to IR 2.0 in electricity, then we have computer technology in IR 3.0, and now we have digitalization era in IR 4.0. So to change or to move from one industrial revolution to another industrial revolution requires relatively high initial capital. Okay, like to equip the personnel or the staff with knowledge and skills, and to buy new machineries and software. So how can a construction company deal with this challenge?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Asraf, for your two questions. Okay, as I talk about in my presentation, now the competency has become the need for all the corporate or industry, not only the construction industry. I mean the knowledge, also the what's it called, training about the technologies, digitalization for our staff, for our workers, for all the stakeholders in doing the construction projects. Yeah, Dr. Asraf is educating stakeholders is become the strategy to enhance this condition. So we must ready to have the more educate our worker, our staff, to achieve the future development about within the green construction or within the sustainable, and also doing with collaboration with the digitalization technologies and so on. So I believe that in UTXM, all the and doing the educate more to doing construction or doing the management construction and digitalization like BIM and also technologies. Yeah, because in Indonesia in ITN also think like that.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mara. Okay, then we got another question from Dr. Yusri. How these sustainable technologies can be applied in future industrial revolution? There is any mechanized to achieve the technologies in industry for more sustainable? Okay.
Yeah, thank you for your question, Dr. Yusri. How these sustainable technologies can be applied in future industrial revolution? Yeah. How this? Yeah. Thank you. There are two collaboration within technology in industry, construction industry. Since we can talk about the life cycle projects. Yeah, the life cycle projects in construction. We start from the planning steps, yeah, we can use the technology since the first step of in the life cycle of projects, since the planning steps or next the what is called construction phase and also in the maintenance phase, all the life cycle of the construction management, we can use the technologies to achieve the goals, the projects. For the examples in planning, this design or phase, we can use the technology that's more to design. We can use the technology like digitalization, doing maybe the application of software that more we can calculate, we can design also the calculate about the planning of the construction of the projects with building information modeling, or just like to other applications that supports us to calculate for the structures until the architectural, until the finishings. Also, they can perform the energy that we want, that we can use in these buildings. Yeah, we can use the application to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I correlate with this life cycle of the projects in construction management. If we want to make it sustainable, yeah, we can, like what I suggest in my slide of presentation, that we can prioritize and we can early adopt it the sustainable since the early life cycle projects, early steps, like in planning steps. Maybe just maybe Dr. Yusri, that's my answer. And maybe after planning, yeah, we can use the methods, also the tools that materials with the green concepts, with the safe materials to for the buildings with the goals, sustainable goals, yeah, to the environment, not have negative impact to the environment. Okay, so as yeah, usually I back to the life cycle, yeah, because I also doing the work projects. I also the developer, I also the contractor. So I start early in the planning steps to adopted the sustainable or green technologies in our projects. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mara, for the answer. Well, I think that's the only question we had, considering
Thank
that our time is very short.
Yeah.
So once again, on behalf of the Faculty of Engineering Technology, I'm very thankful to Dr. Mara for being willing to spare the time for ICIW at FTK 2023. So until we meet again another time, Dr. Mara. And
thank you for the opportunity.
yeah, thank you, Dr. Mara. Okay, so I'm Ashraf, your moderator. Back over to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, IR Dr. Maranatha Wijayaingtyas, for the knowledgeable information, and thank you, Associate Professor TS Dr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Abdul Rahman. Now, let's us watch the corporate video of University Tun Hussein on Malaysia and Faculty of Engineering Technology. Next, I would like all the participants to get ready for the online photography session and please switch on the camera. Thank you.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
With the end of the photography session earlier, the opening ceremony of the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023 program has come to the end. Any shortcomings that occurred during this ceremony, we are truly apologize. All participants can continue to stay online to follow the first slot of the International Construction Industry Week at FTK 2023 program. Slot 1 will begin shortly.